Welcome to your outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle news, The Ben Show. I am your host, Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck. As always, crew, we love hearing from all of you, your comments, stories, ideas. Get a hold of us anytime. Call or text 305-900-BEND. Again, that's 305-900-2363, or you can always drop an email to bendradioshow@gmail.com. Riding along shotgun, as always, is my producer and co-host, Jeff Tigger Earhart. And it's getting chilly. We are 1 week away from the rifle deer opener. So I know there's...
Is that what it is? 1 week? I thought it was 2.
Yes, 1 week away. So this is a little reminder. If you've not dusted off that rifle that's in the back of your closet from last year, be doing it right now and be taking a few rounds, take a few practice shots.
That's us included.
Yes.
We need to sight those in. My 270, your 7mm, we need to do that.
Yes, every year, it doesn't matter how accurate I feel like, for example, my Ultra Mig may be, you always got to take a couple of those practice rounds before you head out to the field. It's just, regardless if you think you're going to be dead on, spot on, things happen.
And you've said that you've kind of been glassing a little bit in the area where we will be, and it's looking promising.
It is.
What you're saying, what you told me?
A girlfriend and I the other week, and some of you may laugh, especially the guys, but what I like to do when I go scouting is actually go on horseback. And one of the reasons why is that riding on horseback, I often can get a lot closer to the deer, especially to those bucks.
Then if you're buzzing around on a side-by-side, making noise.
Yes. And I know some of you would be laughing, saying, yeah, but you two are chit-chatting and they could hear you from a mile away. Well, I'll be the first to tell you, I got photo proof of being able to take great photos of a beautiful, beautiful 5x5 muley buck, and he was bedded down and he didn't move at all. We got within less than 30 yards of him, and he could have cared less because we were on horseback.
1 week away.
Yes. So we're excited. And if nothing else, this is the other tip of why you got to do it right now is because with those practice rounds is because the temperatures typically have changed from, say, if you did a few rounds this summer.
Oh, when it's nice out versus when it's cold. I got you.
It makes a difference on that barrel. I know it sounds hard to believe, but it does.
Scope may be off a little bit.
You got it. Do the right thing. Okay, just take a couple of shots, get comfortable with your gear, get it dusted off, and we are looking forward to seeing all of the photos of your guys' harvests. Our first news story out the gate: BOWHUNTER tags possible world record velvet bull moose. We head to North Dakota for this one, where after 5 years of buying raffle tickets for the North American Game Warden Museum's moose tag, Trace Armstrong of Rolette, North Dakota, actually won the coveted grand prize tag. Now, the hunt was on to find a trophy bull to fill this winning moose tag. A trophy is an understatement for what Armstrong drew his bow for on August 31st of this year. Armstrong released his arrow at 35 yards to take down a 1,700-pound Canadian bull moose, still in velvet, that has been green scored by an official Pope and Young representative at 173 4/8 inches and with a net score of 168 6/8 inches. The bull will be scored again on October 31st for the dried rack requirement, and if stays close to the green score, it is speculated to top the Pope and Young record book, which would make it the new world record velvet bull moose. You can head to thebendshow.com to see this massive, beautiful trophy bull. Congrats again to Trace Armstrong.
I don't even know what to say about that one.
I
was kind of grinning from ear to ear on this. Good for him.
You have got to look at the photos. It is a monster.
And he won this from a raffle?
Yes, because
that's
the state of North Dakota, by the way, is one of those where moose tags are a once-in-a-lifetime tag.
And they only give out a handful?
200 a year.
200. Okay, that's it.
So it was a $10 raffle ticket, and he bought 4 of them. So he spent a total of $40 this year on the raffle.
Right on.
He definitely, that's one hunt he will never, ever forget. And he did it with his bow on top of it.
Respect.
All right. While we're talking about records, Massive blue marlin smashes Gulf of Mexico records. Have you been dreaming about heading south to warmer waters and partaking in some deep sea fishing? Well, recently, Texas angler Scooter Anderson did just that, launching out of Alabama on a 55-foot Viding offshore boat. Anderson landed an officially weighed and measured 12-foot, 1,145-pound blue marlin that, let's put it this way, it shames not just Alabama records, but all of Gulf of Mexico state records. You're sitting here speechless, aren't you, right now?
I was literally trying to think of a blue marlin, and I'm thinking that they're like 6 feet, and this is double than what I was anticipating.
Yeah. Can you imagine a 12-foot blue marlin? We've got a photo too of that on thebenshow.com. Yeah, this is some impressive records that are coming in this fall. And now it really, as we think about temperatures getting chillier and colder, it definitely has me thinking that, Tigger, you and I may have to venture and take a little more time and say, January, February, when we find ourselves traveling in that area, to partake in a little more game fishing.
Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that.
All right, here's one for you. Those of you that are rodeo fans, especially of the NFR, and you're planning to head to Las Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo, well, we know the after party is always just as exciting as the rodeo. And this much anticipated after party of the NFR, hosted annually by the Rodeo Vegas, is ringing in its 20th anniversary with country music stars Justin Moore, Corey Kent, Chase Beckham, and quite a few artists that we all love. But here's the big deal. They have a new location. Rodeo Vegas' new location will now be at Resorts World Las Vegas.
I heard about this, that it's moving from the Mirage to Resorts World.
I know.
Not that there's anything wrong with Resorts World, but it's always been at the Mirage. That's where it needs to stay, in my opinion.
And that's how I feel, too. There's a little bit of nostalgia, especially when you think about rodeo, right?
Right.
So I'm a little bit up in arms because you and I have so many great memories of attending the after party at the Mirage.
We do?
Okay, maybe we don't remember, all right? Never mind. Don't ask any of our friends. But regardless, I think we'll probably, of course, we'll have to check it out at Resorts World.
We'll
Las
let you know
Vegas.
how it goes.
Yes. But here's the other thing. Rodeo World Las Vegas is also the host, if you did not know that, of the BFO Bullfighters Only World Championship.
You were telling me that the BFO was going to be there.
Yes.
Now I'm kind of a little more jacked to go over there.
Well, and that's what I'm getting at. They're also going to change venues, and that will also be held at Resorts World Las Vegas. And if you've never taken in the BFO's World Championships,
awesome.
It is a must. I got to tell you.
Because it's bullfighting.
It is bullfighting. We're talking...
Awesome.
The arena is cleared, and all it is that bull taking on that bullfighter.
And it's a smaller arena than your normal rodeo arena itself. Yeah, if you can take in one of the BFO events, it is awesome.
And the other thing that is so awesome about these events is that there is not a bad seat in the house.
No.
Okay? And I will tell you this. I did one year go with some friends and happened to sit by the parents of one of the bullfighters. And the look on that mother's face was of pure,
terror and praying and all of the above.
I mean,
right?
You couldn't help but not feel like you were truly part of that moment when you're watching this gentleman.
Was that Justin's mom?
Justin Ward. Yes, his mom. Oh my gosh. I don't think she could have wringed her hands any tighter and just hung. I think her, I'm sure her husband's arm had, claw marks in it from her hanging on so tight.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But there you have it. That's kind of what's going on in the news right now. We're going to take a short break, and the Ben Show will be right back. Are the Florida Keys calling your name? Have you dreamed of catching exotic mahi-mahi, red snapper, sailfish, grouper? Blue Water Girl Charters can fulfill your dreams of saltwater fishing excitement. Book today, full or half-day charters. Let Blue Water Girl Charters make your dreams a reality. Blue Water Girl Charters. Follow on Facebook for booking and more information. Blue Water Girl Charters. Catch dinner and memories. The holidays are around the corner, and finding that thoughtful gift is always the goal. We have the perfect idea for you. Meet author Rochelle Barrett, The Prairie Crocus.
I welcome you to my world, a collection of poems, love notes, and essays about ranch life, motherhood, and life lessons from the prairie in my new book, Anthology, and 2024 Ranch Life Calendar. Order both today at prairie-crocus.com.
Beautiful photos with words that speak to the heart and soul. Prairie-crocus.com, turning thoughts into writings from the heart. A perfect gift in time for the holidays.
The hunt is planned. The guide is booked. The trip is blocked off in the calendar. But one huge detail remains, preserving that trophy, creating a memory that will last a lifetime. Little Rack Taxidermy has that fast, friendly service to fulfill your taxidermy in a timely, professional manner. Reach out to Heather with Little Rack Taxidermy through Facebook at Little Rack Taxidermy or send an email to heatherjoe23@hotmail.com. Little Rack Taxidermy, bringing back the natural look.
Shooting ducks, skinning bucks, I'm a hunting princess in a pickup truck.
Welcome back to your outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle, The Ben Show. I am your host, Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck. I first want to give a shout out to one of our avid listeners, Neil Ronimus. He is out of Ohio and catches the show each and every week. And he sent me a message about after last week's show when we had said we had a muley being stalked by a coyote right below our house. Well, he reached out and said that he himself recently had a coyote between his house and his barn and was going through some of the rubbish and such out there by the barn. Well, when he went back in the house to get his rifle to kind of take care of the situation, he had to laugh pretty hard because when he came back out the door, guess what was stalking the coyote?
One of the muleys.
No, actually, it was a big old tomcat that makes its home
One
in
of his farm cats.
Yes, in the barn.
Was stalking the yote.
Yes, so none
Right
less,
on, Neil.
No, exactly. He said, let's just put it this way. He said, the coyote lived to see another day.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I
Another
thought so.
reason that we need to have some cats around the place, Beck.
All right, we get asked from time to time, where do Tigger and I find our Western fashion and our style? Well, Medora Boot and Western Wear is who keeps both Tigger and I in our boots that we love, the jeans that fit, and the latest styles of shirts, jackets, and more. Here's an update from the owner, Kim.
Hi, this is Kim from Medora Boot and Western Wear, and wanted to let everybody know that we are now carrying our Watson boots. Our Watsons have an all-leather stacked heel, all-leather footbed, come in many, many different hides. There's ostrich, there's python, there's the rough out. We have all sizes, colors, and we'll be carrying them from here on out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Check out MedoraBoot.com, located in historic Medora, North Dakota in the Badlands. Online ordering and shipping available right now in time for the holidays.
We are on the eve of my favorite holiday, Halloween, coming up in a couple days. And earlier in the week on Thursday, it was declared National Pumpkin Day. And our very good friend Marlo Anderson was actually the founder of the National Day calendar. And sometimes on our short goes, on our little daily shows that we have, that a lot of you air on this fine radio station, we will talk about a national day. It could be National Cheeseburger Day or whatever the case may be. But you can go to his website, nationaldaycalendar.com. Just kind of a little plug for Marlo there. So since Thursday was National Pumpkin Day, I have a pumpkin quiz for you.
Oh, what do you got?
It's going to start out very easy, and then it's going to get extremely difficult. Okay, a pumpkin is a vegetable, a protein, a noodle, or a fruit.
It's a fruit.
It is a fruit. Very good. The largest pumpkin ever grown was 800 pounds, 1,200 pounds, or 1,500 pounds.
Just saw this the other day because there's a new world record on this. I'm going to say it's 1,200 pounds.
1,502 to be exact.
Wow.
That has been the biggest pumpkin ever grown. What time of year is the best time to plant pumpkin seeds?
Okay, I know the frost has to be out of the ground, so I'm going to say May.
End of May, beginning of June.
Oh, okay.
So, and we have somewhat success growing pumpkins, give or take. It seems
This year
like
we didn't do so well.
They're kind of finicky sometimes. Interesting, this one. What is the percentage of water in a pumpkin? Is it 50, 75, or 90%?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I'm shooting in the dark here. I'm going to say 75?
90% is water.
Seriously?
Isn't that crazy? 90% of the
Wow.
pumpkin is actually water. Now we're going to talk about, it's going to get a little harder, the state that grows the most pumpkins. And I am going to give you some multiple choice on this, unless you want to take a stab at it.
Give me the options.
Okay, the options are Alabama, California, Florida, or Illinois.
Illinois.
Very good. Very good. You've been out to that area.
I have. And the only reason why I thought it was Illinois, because being in Illinois, Indiana, Michigan area, I've traveled quite a bit. I know there's a lot of pumpkins growing in that area.
Okay, now we're talking about the uses of pumpkins.
Oh, boy.
What were pumpkins once recommended for? And I will give you multiple choice: for the removal of freckles, curing snake bites, or indigestion.
I'm going to say indigestion.
It was actually two correct answers. It's the removal of freckles and curing snake bites.
What?
I don't know how.
What?
Don't question the man. Just go with it. Okay. The colors of pumpkins. I'm learning a lot in this deal here, too. They come in what colors? And I'll give you some options: orange, red, white, green, yellow, tan, or blue.
I'm going to say all of them but red.
All of the above.
Oh,
they come in
including
orange,
red.
red, white, green, yellow, tan, blue.
I've never seen a red one.
I've never seen a blue one, but now I want to have a blue pumpkin just to be different. Okay, what country did the tradition of carving pumpkins come from? Italy, Ireland, or Germany?
Boy, that's a tough one there, too. I'm going to kind of think Germany.
Ireland.
Oh.
Ireland was where they first started carving
I should
pumpkins.
know this. I'm like a quarter Irish.
Exactly. That's why I thought you would have it. All right, here's another one. The term pumpkin head. It comes from colonial times, all right? And so what was the purpose? The pumpkin head was placed on the forehead of a sick person, that is, to draw out a fever. During Halloween, they had pumpkin look-alike contests. Pumpkin halves were used as guides for haircuts in colonial times, or it meant that they were just empty-headed.
I don't know. I'm going to go with the fun one. They were just empty-headed.
No, the pumpkin halves were used as guides for haircuts.
No
the
way!
original bowl cut, right?
Oh my gosh.
It came from a pumpkin.
Tigger,
I love it.
you're going to let me try this on you, right?
Yes, all the time. And wrapping it up, the fastest documented pumpkin carving was 24.03 seconds. There you go.
I got to say, this was a lot of fun. And happy Halloween, everyone. We have more of The Ben Show right after this. You've waited, dreamt of a hunting adventure, and now have harvested that trophy of a lifetime. Keep the memory alive with a custom designed mount preserved as a work of art. Check out our approved taxidermist depending on your location. The award-winning Schneider Taxidermy is located in Helena, Montana. When hunting the Dakotas, JB's Wildlife Designs in Mandan, North Dakota. Then Shadron Creek Taxidermy in Nebraska. And for the Central USA, Little Rack Taxidermy in Macomb, Illinois. Reach out to The Ben Show and let us help you find the right taxidermist.
Before you head to the next rodeo, a concert, maybe a gathering on or off the ranch, we head to Medora Boot and Western Wear.
Tigger and Beck here for Medora Boot and Western Wear. Latest Western fashion in boots, jackets, and hats.
From durable ranch wear to keeping the horses in sturdy tack, visit medoraboot.com to order.
Or better yet, plan to visit Medora, North Dakota and shop Medora Boot and Western Wear.
Again, go to medoraboot.com. You can follow on Facebook and tell them Tigger and Beck sent you. Are you looking to liven up your event in 2024? Change the pace, make it stand out?
Let us, Tigger and Beck, agriculture advocates, outdoorsmen, and all-around fun couple be the addition to hook the attention.
I see what you did there. Now, we will leave you laughing and having a positive outlook on the future.
From being the keynote speakers to MC to masters of ceremony, let us, Tigger and Beck, make your event unforgettable.
Y'all know where to find us.
I hope you never get tired of getting a cool drink from a hydrant or a mountain spring. I hope you never get tired of birdsong at the break of day or owls and doves singing goodbye to the sun. I hope you never get tired of long days in the saddle and never take that first ride on a fresh horse for granted. I hope you still get excited when you see deer and pheasants and never tire of the beauty of the breeze blowing through a mature stand of wheat. I hope you never get tired of holding hands with your sweetheart and never stop making each other laugh. I hope that when you sit in the quiet of a new morning, you find joy in the gift of another chance to be better. I hope that when you lay your head down at night, you can fall asleep in peace, knowing you've done your best. I've been thinking a lot about this and how so much of our lives are spent looking at something or someone and yet not really seeing them. In our haste to consume everything in front of us, we generally fail to stop and savor the depth of life around us. We look at the sky for rain, yet miss the beauty of the clouds. We look at a house and think, gosh, that's beautiful. I wish it was mine, yet have no idea the blood, sweat, and tears that went into designing and building it. We see how other people look and dress, notice how they talk and walk and act, yet we easily miss the beauty of their souls. When we live to consume, we miss out on all the little details that make us feel more than just high. So many of us miss out on the things that connect us to one another and that help connect us to our roots. There's always a story waiting to be told and to be heard, and a connection to be made when we slow down, look harder, and are willing to listen. I hope you take time to listen today.
There you have it. Another beautiful piece written and read by Rochelle Barrett, the author, photographer, and rancher from northern Montana, known as the Prairie Crocus. In time for the holidays, we recommend ordering her latest inspirational coffee table book anthology filled with more beautiful thoughts and photos of the rural way of life. Available now at prairie-crocus.com. Be sure to follow her on Facebook too. We have all the links to find the Prairie Crocus on our website, The Ben Show. Changing gears, hosting family and friends hassle-free. Take it from me, okay? There's no reason to fret about volunteering to host that next gathering, or if you're someone that's always wanting to do so and haven't done so, the stress is what we put on ourselves. You got to remember that. Our guests are just happy to be invited. So here are some tips for keeping it fun, cost-effective, and stress-free. First off, your guest list. In this day and age, it is completely okay to create a Facebook event and invite this way. I highly recommend it. I got to be honest, because almost everyone is on Facebook, or at least one member in the household of your friends or family has a Facebook account. And this way, too, you can be sure to update everyone on last minute details, as well as kind of build up to the excitement for that date or the event. Next, location. If your home is a disarray, that's okay. We use our heated shop for all of our gatherings. Clean a bathroom in the house if you don't have one out in your shop. But there is nothing wrong with just having a big gathering place like your garage or your shop to hold the event. See, I'm already making it easier for you. Lastly, we got food.
You're making it easier for me. You need to practice what you preach, dear.
All right, food, right? As the host, find one of your favorite recipes that can be made ahead of time. That's what I'm talking about. And make sure it covers as the main dish. That's the only thing you're really considered to have provided for everyone. We tend to always go back to making Tigger's Rancher's Chili. And I think everyone would be disappointed if we did not make that for our go-to meal. It's a hit for everyone. But be sure to say on your invite, just bring a side to share. There you have it. You don't have to worry about all the other little extras to have around. The other tip I have is whatever your main dish is going to be, make sure it can be made in a crock pot or a roaster, ready to serve or be enjoyed at any time. Next one, drinks. Make it BYOB. Bring your own beverage and just have a case of water or two on hand. That way there's no headaches on making sure everyone is covered. Plus, I tend to have a bag of ice on hand too, just in case someone wants to mix a drink or two. Serving your food, cover all those countertops or workbenches, but use them with like an inexpensive throwaway table coverings. They only cost a couple bucks, right? Paper plates, napkins, plastic silverware. Easier it is for you, the better you will feel. Lastly, just enjoy the time. Spend it with the ones you love. That's why you're having this event, remember? And that is all, folks, for this week. We're going to call this show wrapped. Thank you to my producer, sound engineer, co-host, Jeff Tigger Earhart. to Rochelle Barrett, the Prairie Crocus, and to Medora Boot and Western Wear for an update on their latest Western fashions available. Find links to both on our website, thebendshow.com. And remember, folks, to keep sending in any questions you might have, or if you know of something spot-worthy for us to share, a recipe we need to test out as well, and your area's field reports. That number, again, you can text or call at any time is 305-900-2363. Again, that's 305-900-2363, or you can always email bendradioshow@gmail.com. We love hearing and seeing what you're doing on or off that trail. If you missed part of this episode or you want to hear past shows, you can find them all on the website, thebendshow.com, and be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting app and to The Ben Show YouTube channel. Looking forward to changing things up at your next event, conference, awards banquet, or having us at your rodeo. Tigger and Beck, let us entertain your crowd. From MCs to event headliners to the announcers or the music directors for your rodeo, let us make your next event extra special and one that'll be memorable. Thank you to our partners, Ditali Outdoors, the Prairie Crocus, Medora Boot and Western Wear, Blue Water Girl Charters, Buckstorm, Little Rack Taxidermy, Mickey's Mustard, ToxicCalls.com, Wabble Creek Outfitters, Atlas Tracks, RFD TV, and Wrangler. Finally, a big thanks to all of you listeners out there that came along, and whether you're coming or going today, stay with us as we ranch it up. And remember to keep up with me, Beck, all week long by following The Bend on Facebook and on Instagram at The Bend Show. This is Rebecca Warner. Catch Beck if you can. Next week, you never know what will be coming around the corner on The Bend.